Target Corporation is preparing for a major leadership transition as longtime CEO Brian Cornell announced he will step down after more than a decade at the helm. His departure, set for February 1, 2026, comes during one of the most difficult stretches in the retailer's modern history, marked by declining sales, competitive pressures, and backlash over its handling of diversity and inclusion programs. Cornell will remain as executive chairman, has been widely credited with revitalizing Target when he assumed leadership in 2014. He spearheaded investments in store remodels and digital growth, strengthening the brand's ability to compete with e-commerce giants like Amazon. In 2018, Target posted its strongest financial result in 10 years, and during the pandemic, the company flourished as customers flocked to its stores and online platforms for both essentials and home goods. His turnaround earned him accolades, including recognition as CNN Business CEO of the Year in 2019. However, the last 3 years have told a different story. Beginning in 2022, Target struggled with excess inventory just as inflation weighed on consumers. Shoppers pulled back on discretionary spending, home goods, clothing, and electronics category that make up more than half of Target's merchandise mix. Meanwhile, Walmart's heavy reliance on groceries provided it with resilience, and Costco continued to attract budget-conscious households. Adding to Target's challenges, tariffs have increased costs across its heavily import-dependent supply chain. Bank of America estimates that nearly 50% of Target's merchandise is sourced overseas, significantly more than Walmart, forcing Target to absorb higher costs or pass them along the consumer at a steeper rate. The company has also faced the reputational hurdles. In 2023, Pride Month merchandise became a flashpoint, prompting threats against employers and accusations spread online that damaged the brand. The following year, Target scaled back several of its long-standing DEI initiatives, a decision that alienated progressive shoppers and even drew public criticism from members of the Dayton family whose ancestors helped found the retailer. Target later acknowledged that the retreat hurt customer loyalty and sales performance. Against the backdrop, Cornell's successor will be Michael Fidek, currently Target's chief operating officer. Fidek, who began his career as an intern 2 decades ago, was selected over external contenders, while Cornell praised him as a right candidate to lead our business back to growth. Analysts are divided. Some view his deep institutional knowledge as an advantage, while others worry his appointment represents continuity at a moment when bold change may be necessary. Fidek himself has admitted the company is not reaching its potential. Speaking to analysts, he pledged to restore Target's appeal by making store more inviting, leaning into technology, and launching initiatives like Fan 101 to capture fast-moving consumers' trends. Price increases, he said, would be used only as a last resort as the company adjusts its assortment to navigate tariffs. Still, Wall Street remains skeptical. Target's shares dropped sharply following the announcement of yet another quarterly sales decline. Some observers argue that unless Target redefines its strategy, the retailer risks falling further behind Walmart, Costco, and Amazon.